Namaste. Hi, this is Gayatri, and today I'm going to talk about Asteya. So we did Himsa, which is non-harming, and Satya, truth, and now Asteya. So this is the third of the yamas. The yamas are these guidelines for how to conduct ourselves in our everyday life that give us peace of mind, and this is part of our yoga practice. The first limb of yoga is all the yamas, all 5 of them. So the third one, Asteya, means non-stealing. And this might sound a little elementary, right? Like we all know you shouldn't steal. But again, this is a characteristic of the yamas, that they are universal. So they are values that are universally valued wherever you find, human society, human culture. In every culture, we have this value that you shouldn't steal, that we're taught from, when we're little. However, there's a deeper meaning and there's nuances to it that can help us to have even more peace of mind. So stealing can be also taking someone's time unnecessarily. Being late, for example, keeping people waiting. That's one that I'm guilty of sometimes. But that is a form of stealing, of taking people's time or taking people's energy or attention. Not that that is always bad if it's something they're willing to give, right? But sometimes we might demand it in a way that is manipulative or unfair. So that's a form of stealing. It's also stealing to gossip about someone, because that's taking their reputation, the way that other people think about them. And it's even almost a worse form of stealing because it's really taking their identity from them, right? So that's another thing you can think about. So, there's different ways to look at this and different ways to work with this, but I would encourage you to just look at your life and see, where are the places where you might be taking things that necessarily aren't yours. And oftentimes this stems from a feeling of lack. So you could, when you see those things, rather than feel like guilty, like, oh my gosh, I'm taking this person's time and energy, see what it is in you that makes you feel that you need to do that. What do you feel you're lacking? What can you maybe give yourself? Or find in a way that isn't as manipulative or as taking from another person. So if you feel you do need someone's attention or you do need to talk about something, you could ask them. Or you could, if you need to go to therapy or talk to a therapist, then you could have that kind of official arrangement. That's just one example, right? But there's all these little ways, and even things like plagiarism, right? Taking someone's ideas are a concept that relates to this. So another thing that comes to mind is when we are buying things and not thinking about the way that they're made, because sometimes things that we buy, unfortunately, can be made in a way that exploits other people, exploits the workers that are making them. And they could be in a factory that has poor working conditions or things like that. So also it could be made in a way that causes pollution, which is stealing from everyone in the world, right? Stealing the environment in a sense that is there for all of us to really something that we need to live, right? Clean air, clean water. So this gets into, again, a lot of detail and introspection, but you can look into the way that you're consuming things in your life and see, is this being made in a way that takes from someone or exploits another person? So there's a lot of areas that we can consider when we're practicing this value. And it's just a personal decision where you look at it for you or where you start working on it for you. But no matter what you do, I guarantee it's going to help you to have more peace of mind in your life if you try to apply and start to do the practice of applying. So that's why it's a practice. We never fully finish or master them. There's always another level we can go to. So good luck with that. And I hope you enjoyed this little video on Asteya.